studio tour.
And the gates are closed. For your safety, welcome aboard, folks, to the world famous Universal Studios tour.
For the vehicle, retake your seats. We'll stop, and I'll come back to help you out. It is important to remember, guys, behind the construction fence is the upcoming Super Nintendo World.
Oh.
Early next year, as a tribute to some of the classic monsters that Universal brought to the screen over the years: Dracula, the Mummy, the Wolfman. If you look down as we make the turn here, if you look down to your right-hand side, where that tree is, about a block away, a little area that is called Courthouse Square. Been used in some really incredible films over the years, things like Back to the Future, To Kill a Mockingbird, Inherit the Wind, Psycho, Gremlins, all use that Courthouse Square area. That Courthouse Square area is currently used by the Peacock streaming service and series Rutherford Falls, that show of the same name starring Ed Helms, and it is being set up, this Metro set area, the area that's a block away in the Courthouse Square area, is being set up currently for an episode of the upcoming show Ted on the Peacock streaming service. It's based on movies from Seth MacFarlane, Ted and Ted 2. Ted is
Be a show.
television series.
A little bear.
You look at this big bricked-in courtyard over here to your right-hand side.
Oh, it's scary.
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Starlight, and it's great to have you along for a ride.
There he is. Look, it's a gorilla. Look this way, Georgia. They're fighting over here. It's a giant monkey. Ah! He's over there now. He jumped over there. That was crazy. You see the gorilla fighting with the dinosaurs?
Vehicles coming up here on your left-hand side are often referred to as picture cars. A picture car is basically any vehicle on a set that is seen by the camera. And over the years, some of these picture cars have become more famous than a lot of actors.
I recognize
some famous sheet metal here on your left-hand side. A lot of times, though, people don't realize that when you see a really cool car in a TV show or movie, they almost always have multiple versions of what looks like it's all the same car. They
See
go
the cars? Look.
of those big projects.
You see them?
Great example, the Ford Anglia that you see here, the Weasley family flying car from the Harry Potter movies. That is one of 16 or 17 different versions of that car that they used in the making of those films. The Nissan Skyline, driven by the late great Paul Walker in Too Fast, Too Furious, and then the Gyrosphere from Jurassic World, also seen in Jurassic World Fall.
Look at that tank, Jojo.
Movies. The first two of those movies were directed by Steven Spielberg. The big mobile lab, this big camouflage vehicle that's here on the left-hand side, is the vehicle that is on your screens right now in this clip from the Lost World Jurassic Park. You see this big mobile lab getting pushed over the edge of a cliff by an angry dinosaur. The cliff right there that it's getting pushed over the edge of is actually a parking structure on the front lot. They dressed up to look like a cliff in the jungle. Oh, look at this. What's going on back there? Look at that.
Ah, dinosaur!
Oh, look at this. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
That's the dinosaur over there.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry about that, folks.
Oh, there's a big one.
I had no idea that those things were still on. Oh, come on. Let's not get too upset back there. I mean, it does not exist anywhere except inside of a computer. CGI, computer-generated imagery, has revolutionized filmmaking. But one of the things that is still hard to do digitally, believe it or not, is rain. Especially rain that is hitting the actors, getting their hair wet, their clothes wet, their face wet. They can do that digitally. They can do anything digitally. But it takes a long time to create digital rain. So, whenever possible at least, they prefer to create rain as a practical effect. Now, a practical effect is something you're really going to create on set and film it in real time with the camera. We're showing you right now how they make that happen. With a sharp eye, you can see the rain coming from the overhead sprinkler system. That's how they do it, just that easy. Even in this day and age, sometimes the best special effects are still the simplest special effects. We're gonna fly back there. Look at it, buddy. Look out now. Look out now. Take a look at your screens. You'll see that set in action in Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz, and Amanda Bynes. Really friendly. But old Mexico, that area, a lot back there. You might have seen it in things like Three Amigos, directed by John Landis. Nacho Libre with Jack Black was seen not long ago on the HBO series Westworld with Anthony Hopkins and Evan Rachel Wood. It was used as an alien planet on the Star Trek series Picard on Paramount Plus with Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard. On the left-hand side, you see the dirt is over there. You don't know how significant that dirt is if you've ever been out here. That's not a dirt roadway. That is a blacktop, concrete blacktop roadway that has been covered with dirt to make it look like the Old West. Our Old West area over there is currently being set up for an episode of Quantum Leap. And when they make that Old West area look like the Old West,
that show's still on.
Bring in trucks full of dirt. They dump the dirt out, they rake it all out. So these satellite dishes are part of Universal's continuing efforts to contact life on alien planets.
That's a good place, sweetie.
Well, those sci-fi movies, those ideas are gotta come from somewhere. No, they use those satellite dishes to stay in touch with their, and KNBC News, they use those satellite dishes to stay in touch with their news reporters from around the world. The area we're driving through right now, though, known as Little Europe, was built out here in 1929 for the making of our first Academy Award-winning film for Best Picture. That was All Quiet on the Western Front, still a classic to this day. This area has been seen much more recently, though. Might look familiar to you fans of the Emmy-nominated show The Good Place, starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. For all 4 seasons of that show, this was The Good Place. This area was used recently by a movie that'll be out next year, starring Charlize Theron, called The School for Good and Evil, and it was also used recently by the series The Mysterious Benedict Society on Disney Plus. But this area is really most noted as the primary outdoor location in all of the classic monster movies from Universal. Back in the 1920s and 30s, Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Wolfman, The Invisible Man, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, all made their first appearance on screen in Universal film. They all shot scenes in and around Little Europe. Hear about the new remains.
That's him.
That scene was filmed here on your right-hand side, right on the subway platform that we're pulling in next to. The subway setting was originally designed to serve as the San Francisco subway system. They were using it there on Bones as the Washington, D.C. Stay seated, stay seated. We get these little tremors all the time. It's kind of hang on, buddy. Hang on now. Stay in your seats. These trams are earthquake-proof. Everybody does in Los Angeles during a natural disaster. Make a TikTok video.
Oh, we're getting fired, Joe.
On the left-hand side, I think the subway is still running.
Oh no, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash.
I bet you didn't even know LA had a subway.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, on the right-hand side, I think the waterman is burst.
Oh no.
Hey, come days, they used
Get
to
ready,
keep
this
almost
way,
a whole
this way,
zoo of
Jojo.
animals here on the property. Lions, monkeys, bears.
I think someone's
and
in the water
elephants lived on
here.
this property one time. The zoo is long gone, but there's still one member of the wild kingdom that makes its home here on the back lot. You see him right over there. It's Bruce, the killer shark from Jaws. Now, I know what you're saying. You say you saw Jaws, the shark dies at the end. We would never harm an animal in the making of a motion picture. That's Bruce right there. Well, that's George and over there. George is Bruce's handler, his trainer, basically. They're old friends. They work together on all the Jaws movies. Looks like George is giving Bruce his lunch over there. Oh, no. That's too much fun. No, Gerard, you better call somebody. No, I'm telling you, there's something wrong. I don't know what happened there, folks. I'm sorry I had to see that. Don't worry about George. George will be fine. But in related news, if you are an experienced shark handler, send your resume to Universal Studios Hollywood. No. Come on now. Is that really necessary on such a hot day? For sure, the fire might scare him away. I don't think sharks really like fire very much. Oh, this one likes fire. He was attracted by the fire.
He jumped up at us. You see that? It's crazy.
He's still hungry. I'm sure many of you have seen Jaws. If you watch it again, or if you get a chance to see it for the first time, I really recommend it. It really holds up, even after 47 years. It still feels very modern. The Horror Nights event starts next week, actually. Next Friday, or next Thursday night, I believe, is the first night of Halloween. The Halloween spooky season is already upon us. But that's why they have these vehicles fenced off over here to keep the zombies and chainsaw-wielding clowns away from them. But some other notable picture cars over there, including Dominic Toretto's 1970 Dodge Charger. That's one of more than 30 different versions of that car that they've used. But the car that you see Vin Diesel in the first time you see him in the first movie, he's driving that orange.
Great shot of that house.
As we get up here next to the house, you'll see in the upstairs window on the left-hand side, you'll see Norman's mom up there waiting for her boy to get done with work. Oh, and I guess maybe Norman himself is coming out to say hello. Norman is always a little bit
Knife at us. Look at this shit. The fuck? What is this?
One of the reasons Norman's always a little bit grumpy is because his mom was always yelling at him to clean up the backyard. Right behind Norman's house is one of the biggest sets ever constructed for a motion picture, the spectacular crash site set from Steven Spielberg's 2005 version of The War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. But, usually whenever I'm worried about an alien invasion, the first thing I do is call the FBI.
Look, this might be more serious than I thought.
Oh, you're telling me?
This is a secure line. Who are you?
What's going on in here?
I'm the reason bad guys use a knife. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason we just lost control of this whole operation.
Here, we hold that on that
My
side.
name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out.
Well, I guess that's why they brought us in here, folks. They want us to hide out from that Shaw character. But I'm sorry, I haven't been in this building. I've never been in here since I worked yesterday. I don't really know what goes on here, but it's probably a good idea. Make sure we have no flash photography and no video camera lighting from this point forward.
Everybody out! CFC up! Turn that music off!
It's not starting. This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Neil, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight.
First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We
don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours.
Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Sharp trace us. Ops can't hold it forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Alright, looks like this time we should all put on our protective glasses.